So today we are going to discuss the acceleration. So what is the acceleration? जितना आपको पता है वो बताएं आप मुझे. It is a rate of change of velocity, right? So this is your in general acceleration. What is the rate of change? Rate of change is nothing but the d by dt. And what we are talking about? Velocity. So d by dt of velocity is our acceleration. This is your definition. Is it clear, everyone? Definition is quite easy, no? Now, when we talk about the average acceleration, so what is the average acceleration? When you have to define the average acceleration, you can say A average is change in velocity divided by its total time. You have seen earlier also when we have taken the average velocity, it is nothing but the change in position upon time. Remember this thing? In the same way, you can remember the like average acceleration is equal to change in velocity upon total time. Okay, we'll solve some question, then you'll understand this concept more clearly. And few more things, like what is the unit of acceleration? It is meter per second square. And what is the dimension? The dimension of acceleration is ml t minus, sorry, it is m0 l t minus 2. And acceleration is a vector quantity. ये चीज आपको याद रखना है इसके बारे में ना. Clear everyone? Basic point है.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Then after the average acceleration, there is another term that we call the instantaneous acceleration. Instantaneous acceleration is the acceleration at particular moment of time, a particular instant. So you can say like every instantaneous acceleration nothing but the dv by dt. What we discussed, it a rate of change of velocity with respect to time. Okay. Now we'll do one question. So what we'll do first, you have to solve the question, then I will tell you the solution. So what is the question? The position of particle given as a function of time. Find velocity and acceleration of particle at t is equals to 2 seconds. Okay. Solve this question, everyone. Okay. What is your answer? जिसका भी आया आप मुझे मतलब बता सकते हो ना. Anyone can tell the answer. 23. Good or no? 24. Good, Nandini. Good, Divyansh. Good, Vijay. बाकी लोग. Okay. Good, Nandini. Right. Right or no? विलिन आप कर रहे हो इस क्वेश्चन को सॉल्व? ओके. बताओ कितना आंसर आया. Nandini, what is your answer?
सर
Yeah, you got the answer?
यस सर, मैंने दोनों के आंसर चैट में भेज दिया.
Okay. I have seen yours. Sorry. Nandini, you have said, no? Yeah. Villain and Sashti. Solve it, no? I am waiting.
यस सर, हो गया.
हो गया? कितना आंसर है विलीन आपका?
सर 31.
ओके गुड. ओके, सो सॉल्व करते हैं हम इसको अपना. You can get any answer, na? Until unless you don't know the procedure, whatever the answer you're getting, that is the right. Okay. After understanding the procedure, like you have to get the right answer. तो इससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता कि फर्स्ट टाइम में आपका आंसर क्या आता है. आफ्टर अंडरस्टैंडिंग द प्रोसेस वी हैव टू गेट द राइट आंसर. सो व्हेन वी हैव टू फाइंड द वेलोसिटी, it is nothing but the dv by, sorry, velocity is nothing but the dx by dt. It's your velocity, so we can differentiate this thing. So you will get 10t plus 40 plus, sorry, it's a 4 not 40, plus 0, and you have to find the velocity at t equal to 2 seconds. So put the 2 here, you'll get 10 into 2 plus 4, so you'll get 24 meter per second. It is your velocity, instantaneous velocity. Velocity at equal to time t is equals to 2 seconds. Similarly, if you have to find the acceleration, it is dv by dt. We know our velocity is what? 10t plus 4. So when I'm going to differentiate, I'll get 10 only. So I can say my acceleration is 10 meter per second square. Is it clear, everyone?
यस सर.
Oh, good. अच्छा देखो, इसमें क्या होता है ना, यहाँ तक तो क्वेश्चन इज क्वाइट इजी, बट इसी क्वेश्चन में आपसे घुमा फिरा के वो क्या पूछ सकते हैं, लाइक इफ यू आर डिफरेंशिएटिंग दिस वन, you are getting velocity as 10t plus 4. Suppose they are asking you the average velocity, okay, between time t is equals to 0 to t is equals to 2 सेकंड. इसके बीच में आपको बताना है कि एवरेज वेलोसिटी कितना, सॉरी, एवरेज एक्सेलरेशन कितना होगा ना, नॉट वेलोसिटी. यू हैव टू टेल मी द एवरेज एक्सेलरेशन. क्लियर एवरीवन? क्वेश्चन कितना आएगा इसका आंसर? ओके दिव्यांश, गुड. एक्सेलरेशन तो मेरे हिसाब से चेंज नहीं होना चाहिए, बिकॉज इट्स अ कांस्टेंट, so it will be the 10 only, right? So how you will do the average acceleration? Change in velocity upon total time. What is the velocity at t equal to 2 second? So you put here 2 second. So what you will get? 20 into 2 plus 4 minus velocity at t equal to 0. It's your initial velocity. So it is 4, right? Divide by total
10
time
into
is,
2 होगा.
huh?
So वो 10 into 2 होगा ना.
Yeah, sorry. It's a 10 into 2, right? This one is 10 into 2. So you'll get 20 by 2. That is 10 meter per second square. Right now? In this question, now what happened, like acceleration is a constant. That's why instantaneous and average acceleration is same. But whenever the acceleration is like varying with position or time, then you won't get the same acceleration. Remember this thing now. Okay, suppose if I'm going to ask you in the same question, what is average velocity? Can you tell me this thing? And the time is same, t equal to 0 to t equal to 2 second के बीच में. You know the formula, na? Delta x by delta t. Right, Divyansh. You got it right. सभी को समझ में आएगा ये? I have like written the solution without speaking. दिख रहा है आप सभी को ये? Vijay, is it clear to you this solution? And the previous one also?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Vijay. नन्नी, आपको समझ में आया ये?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So I hope everyone got it, na? Yes. Now the next thing we are going to understood the graph. Now graph is like very important for physics, especially like for whether you talk about the NEET or for JEE. You'll get a lot of question directly based on the graph, and it's happen every year. Na you'll get 2 to 3 question based on the graph. तो जो उसमें पहले फर्स्ट टाइम हम जो ग्राफ पढ़ रहे हैं दैट इज इन द चैप्टर ऑफ काइनेमेटिक्स. तो यहाँ पे हम देख रहे हैं जो ग्राफ दैट इज द एवरेज वेलोसिटी का ग्राफ ना. सो हाउ यू कैन फाइंड द एवरेज वेलोसिटी हियर? सो देखो, अगर दिस कर्व इज से this graph is acceleration versus time. Okay, so whatever the area under the curve, it will give you change in velocity. Okay, in acceleration versus time graph, whatever there inside the graph, you will get change in velocity, not average velocity. Similarly, suppose this is x versus t graph. Okay, and if you draw tangent to any point, then you get instantaneous velocity. You know that thing already, because we know one thing, dx by dt is what? Your velocity, and it will also give you the slope, and slope generally you get at a tangent. Like whenever you draw the tangent, you'll get the slope for the tangent. Right now, everyone, कौन बोलेगा?
Yes, sir.
हाँ दिख रहा है, चलो ठीक है ना. सिमिलरली मान लो आपसे पूछा जाए इंस्टेंटेनियस एक्सेलरेशन ना, सो फॉर दैट यू हैव टू सी द एक्सेलरेशन वर्सेस टाइम ग्राफ. व्हाई? बिकॉज सॉरी, नॉट एक्सेलरेशन वर्सेस टाइम, velocity versus time. So if you take the acceleration, it is dv by dt. It is a rate of change of velocity with respect to time, means it is a slope in vt curve, means this is our tan theta, means this is our dv by dt only. Right now, अगर हमारे पास y versus x होता, so then we are going to write dy by dx. Now if at any point you are going to draw the tangent, so you'll get acceleration at that point. Okay, and if acceleration is positive, means the slope of this one is positive, then object is accelerating. And if this slope is negative, then we can say object is retarding. Okay, आगे हम इसको डिटेल में देखेंगे. Or we can say the there is a retardation is happening for a particle. Okay, we'll do one question on this one. This is velocity versus time. Okay, this is the graph. The graph. This is the graph. Okay, and the total time, let's say 25 second. This value is 10 meter per second. Okay, and this value is 5, and this value is 20. You have to tell me what is change in position here. Question is clear to everyone? Right now? So in the question, they have asked you what is the change in position. And for your kind information, the change in position is nothing but the v dt. And this thing will give you area under the curve or area under the graph. So means you have to find this total area, and this total area is going to represent delta x this time. Okay everyone, बताओ क्या आंसर आएगा? I am waiting, na? I am waiting for your answer. And everyone has to solve this question. Srishti, you got the answer?
Yes, I'm solving.
Okay, okay. Sri Lakshmi? Solving?
Sir, actually, I didn't get it.
Okay, okay. चलो कोई नहीं. आपको ना I am again explaining the question, Sri Lakshmi. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So this is velocity versus time graph that is given to you. Okay? And in this graph, there is some point that is given to you. Like this point is 5. This is maximum is 10, and this is 20. Okay? You have to find what is the change in position. Change in position means final minus initial. So for this one, what I have taught so far, like if you have to find the change in position, then you have to figure out the area under the curve. So if you get the area under the curve, then you will get delta x directly. Okay, Lakshmi?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so we are let's solve this question now. So I know what is the area under the curve. So it is a trapezium actually, right? And the area of trapezium nothing but the 1 by 2 a plus b into h. 1 by 2 a means the sum of parallel side. What are the parallel side? This one. So this length is what? 15, and this total length is 25. So I'll get 25 plus 15. And what is the height? It is 10. If I'm going to solve this one, so I'll get 200 meter. So this is actually my change in position. Oh, you got it, Divyansh, na? Right. Good. तो सबको समझ में आ गया ये ना? I think
Yes,
everyone
sir.
got it. Okay, good. Now, whenever we study about the motion, there are two kind of motion. One is the uniform, and another one is a non-uniform motion. So when we talk about the uniform motion, it says object cover equal distance in equal interval time. इसका सिंपल सा मतलब ये है कि इसका वेलोसिटी कांस्टेंट होना चाहिए ना. ये इतना कितना ही आपको डेफिनेशन में घुमा ले, लेकिन आपको कभी घूमना नहीं है. इसका मतलब क्या है कि वेलोसिटी कैसा होना चाहिए? इट मस्ट बी कांस्टेंट. If velocity is constant, then motion is uniform. Is it clear, everyone? Word का जो meaning है वो means acceleration is zero because velocity is not changing. So we can say if acceleration is zero, force equal to mass into acceleration. If acceleration is zero, means net force or applying on the object is also zero. Similarly, when we talk about the non-uniform motion, so it's a simple meaning ना कि ये तो नहीं होगा कम से कम. Means velocity is not going to be constant. तो इसमें हमारे दो टाइम के होते हैं ना. Velocity is not going to constant, means it has a some kind of acceleration, right? If velocity is going to be changed, if acceleration is there, you can take two kind of acceleration. One is a constant, okay, and another one is a variable acceleration. Variable acceleration means acceleration is a function of time, or acceleration is a function of position. So when acceleration is a constant, we say it's a uniformly accelerated motion ना. यहाँ पे uniform motion था अकेले, यहाँ पे क्या है? Uniformly accelerated motion. And if acceleration is variable, means it is a function of time or position, then we say it is a non-uniformly accelerated motion. For this kind of motion, which kind? Uniformly accelerated motion, there is a simple formula: x is equals to vt, means distance is equals to speed into time, or displacement is equals to velocity into time. And you know, like in this one, there's velocity is not going to change, so velocity and speed is going to have a same magnitude and same value. While if you take the uniformly accelerated motion, so in case of uniformly accelerated, here acceleration is constant. So when acceleration is constant, we are going to use equations of motion. You know already, like I'm going to tell you three equation of motion, so that we are going to use in such kind of case where when acceleration is constant. But when acceleration is variable, variable means it is a function of t or it's a function of x. In that case, we are going to use what? Integration and differentiation for solving such kind of questions. Is it clear everyone? प्रोसीजर आपको क्लियर है कि कैसे हम सॉल्व करेंगे इसको जब भी कोई क्वेश्चन आएगा?
Yes, sir.
ओके गुड. तो हम एक एक करके स्टार्ट करते हैं ना. सो फर्स्ट विल स्टार्ट विथ अ motion with uniform velocity, or you can say uniform motion. So what we say about this one? When object cover equal distance in equal interval of time, means suppose करो शुरू के 10 मिनट, let's say 10 सेकंड इंटरवल. सो शुरू के 10 सेकंड में ऑब्जेक्ट ने डिस्टेंस कवर किया, सपोज करो 10 मीटर. सो इन नेक्स्ट 10 सेकंड इट मस्ट कवर 10 meter only. In another next 10 second, it must cover only 10 meter. So in such kind of case, we can say our object is moving with uniform velocity. So now we are going to see the graph. Okay, so before graph, now let me tell you some expression. So you already know this thing, like x is equals to v into t, right? And you know acceleration is what? It's a 0. If you know this thing, then it's easier to plot graph for uniform motion. So we'll draw the graph. If you are going to see the position versus time, so it is going to be a straight line. And you know the slope of a straight line means this is position, this is your time. So if you take the slope at any time, this theta, or you can say tan theta, so it will give you dx by dt, or you can say it will give you velocity. So for x versus t, it is a straight line. For which motion? It is for uniform motion. This is also a position versus time graph. Okay, but in this case, you can see the position of particle is decreasing with time. So you can say here, this is the theta with x-axis. So you can say the tan theta is going to be negative, right? Means velocity is going to be negative. Means as the time increases, position will decrease. Clear everyone? सिंपल है ना काफी? किसी को कोई डाउट यहाँ तक? बताओ. नो डाउट ना? ओके. So before this, we have seen the position versus time. Now we are going to see velocity versus time. So velocity versus time ना uniform motion से easy दुनिया में किसी का ग्राफ नहीं हो सकता. Why? Because we know the velocities are constant. Mean it is not going to change with the time. Suppose initially it's a 10, So as the time increases, it is going to be 10 only, because our velocity is constant. When our velocity is constant, so we can say one thing, like our acceleration is going to be 0, because as the velocity is not changing, means acceleration will remain 0. So you can say here, if you're going to draw the acceleration versus time, so it is going to be on x-axis itself, because if you take this as an acceleration, so this point is representing acceleration is equals to 0. Okay, now we'll solve one question. Okay, everyone, can you see the question? So let me once read the question, then you have to solve. Now, a car is moving with a speed of 60 kilometer per hour. So what you do? First, convert everything into a meter per second. And bird is moving with speed 90 kilometer per hour along the same direction, as shown in figure. The distance traveled by bird till car reaches the tree. आपको ये बताना है जब तक ये कार पेड़ के पास तक पहुंचेगा, तब तक ये जो वर्ड है ना, ये कितना डिस्टेंस कवर कर लेगा। ऑब्वियस ही बात है, जो वर्ड है वो तेज जा रहा है तो वो आगे चला जाएगा, और जो कार है आपकी वो पीछे रह जाएगी। आपको दिया हुआ है कि ये वाला जो डिस्टेंस है आपका, मैं इसको क्वेश्चन एक बार देख लेता हूँ, 60 and 90। ओके, सो this distance is given to you 500 meters. Okay, okay, solve this question now, everyone.
So can you show the question?
क्या हुआ अनु?
So can you show the question?
Okay, okay, one second. This is the question, Arnav. You can solve it now, no? I hope everyone will get the answer, no? Yes, got the answer. Okay, Divyansh, good. Right.
Sir,
Yes.
75 by 3 can be simplified.
Yeah, it can be simplified, but I'm not going to simplify. It can be 25, ना?
Yes, sir.
हाँ, इसकी वजह से नहीं किया मैंने सिंप्लीफाई एक्चुअली में, ताकि मुझे बाद में कैलकुलेशन करने में प्रॉब्लम ना आए। ओके, So let's see. Now we'll solve the question. Now, so this distance is given to you 500 meters. So first you have to find what is the time that is going to take to reach the tree. So we can, it's a uniform motion, we know. So time is equals to distance upon speed. What is the distance? 500. And what is the speed of car? It is 50 by 3. So let's take 3 upside. So it will come 10 into 3 is 30 second. Right now? Okay, यहाँ पे आप कर सकते हो अब. It's a 25. So अब आप कार, अब आपको वर्ड को देखना है. तो डिस्टेंस ट्रेवल बाय वर्ड, वो कितना होगा? वेलोसिटी ऑफ वर्ड इनटू टाइम. ये कितना है? 25. और टाइम कितना है? इट्स 30. सो इट विल बी 750 मीटर. आई होप इट्स क्लियर टू एवरीवन ना. किसी को डाउट तो नहीं है इसमें? मीन्स इन 30 सेकंड, if you see the diagram, in 30 seconds the car will travel 500 meter, right? And bird will travel 700 meter. अच्छा, आपको यूनिफॉर्म मोशन समझ में आया क्या सभी को?
Yes, sir.
ओके. यूनिफॉर्म मोशन के क्वेश्चंस है ना, जनरली आपको मिलेंगे नहीं इतने इजीली एग्जाम में ना, बिकॉज इट्स टू इजी टू बी सॉल्व. ओके, आपको दिख रहा होगा ना, इट्स डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन एक्चुअली. सो इट इज नॉट गोइंग टू बी देयर इन द जेई एडवांस और द जेई. ओके, किस्मत अच्छा होगा आपका जब आएगा ये, अदरवाइज दे डोंट गिव सच काइंड ऑफ इजी क्वेश्चंस. नाउ वी आर गोइंग टू स्टार्ट द यूनिफॉर्मली accelerated motion. So in uniform acceleration motion, we already discussed that acceleration of particle must be constant, right? Means if there is any force that is acting on the object, then that net force is equals to mass into acceleration. Mass is always constant for an object. So we can say acceleration is also constant here. So this force is a constant. For whom? For a particle who is moving with a uniform acceleration. And in uniform acceleration motion, as we said in the, uniform motion, as we said, particle cover equal distance in equal interval of time. In same way, we say uniformly accelerated motion, like particle change equal velocity in equal interval of time. So let's start our equations of motion, है ना. तो मैंने आपसे कहा था कि जो जब भी हम क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करेंगे यूनिफॉर्मली एक्सीलरेटेड मोशन, then we have to apply the equation of motion. So let's drive first equation of motion. मैं आपको डेरिवेशन बताऊं ना, रिमेंबर दिस डेरिवेशन. ओके, दिस विल हेल्प यू in solving the other question which are not having the constant acceleration. Is it clear everyone? याद रखोगे इसको?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. So you know the acceleration ना, हम acceleration शुरू करते हैं. You know the acceleration. What is the acceleration? It is dv by dt, right? Now we can say here dv is equals to a dt. I have taught you the rule of integration. I hope you remember those now. So I can say here the particle initially, the initial velocity of particle is u. So let me say u is the initial velocity of particle and v is the final velocity. A is the acceleration. And what kind of acceleration? It is a constant because we are studying uniformly accelerated motion, and t is a time. Okay, so now I'm going to integrate this equation both the side. Here I will use the limit u to v, initial से final, and for the time I will use 0 से t, from 0 to t. If I'm going to integrate dv, I'll get v. The limit is u to v, and for this one a is a constant, so it will come outside of integration. So it will be the A, and for the like for integration of dt is a t. The limit is 0 to t. So you'll get b minus u is equals to a into t, or you can say you'll get b is equals to u plus at. And this is your first equation of motion. Like one of the most important point that you have to remember, like whatever you're writing here, it is in vector form. Okay, remember this thing. समझ में आया आपको पहला वाला डेरिवेशन?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Let's solve some question. Now, are you noting it down, or like you already noted it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. तो हम इसके ऊपर एक क्वेश्चन करते हैं ना, then we'll write the second equation of motion. Okay. Let's solve not 1, 2. We'll solve lot of question on this one. A boy throws a stone standing on the ground. He throws one stone upside with a speed of u is equals to 20 meter per second. Find speed of particle at t is equals to 1 second. And it is given to you the acceleration due to gravity is 10 meter per second square. Question clear, सभी को?
So can you please repeat once again?
Yes, sure. So a boy is throwing a stone from a ground with a speed 20 meter per second in upward direction. You have to find the velocity of particle at t is equals to 1 second. And it is given to you the acceleration due to gravity of a particle is 10 meter per second square. Clear?
Okay, sir.
या एंड देखो इसको सॉल्व करने से पहले एक चीज मैं आपको बता देता हूँ. whenever we solve the question ना, मैंने आपसे कहा है it is in vector form actually. जब भी हमने वेक्टर बोला ना, you have to remember the direction. So when you are taking the direction, either you can take positive upside or you can take downward as a positive direction, whatever way you like. Okay. So whenever you're putting the velocity and acceleration, put these values with sign and you will get the answer. चलो सॉल्व करते हैं ना. पहले आप बताओ फिर मैं बताऊंगा. गुड दिव्यांश. गुड अर्णव. राइट. बाकी लोग भी बताओ मुझे आंसर ना. आई एम वेटिंग फॉर एवरीवन. गुड नंदिनी. राइट. विजय, सृष्टि, विलीन, श्री लक्ष्मी, आप भी बताओ ना.
Sir, I message you.
ओके ओके. एक सेकंड. आपने मैसेज किया. सृष्टि आपको कितना आ रहा है? ओके विजय. लक्ष्मी योर्स.
Sir, I'm getting 30 meter per second.
सृष्टि यू.
Yes, sir, me.
ओके ओके, नो प्रॉब्लम. इट्स फाइन. now whatever you answer you are getting, it's a right as a moment, but you have to change the answer when I will explain. Okay. अभी तो आप जो चाहे ना वो निकाल सकते हो. गुड ट्राई है ना. Lakshmi, yours. And Vilin, your answer also. Okay, no problem. Okay, let's solve the question now, na. So you have a two choice, na. Either you can take upward as a positive or downward as a positive. Generally, na, when I teach student, what I say to them, like you generally take coordinate axis as a your sign system. Like this is your plus, this is your minus, this is your plus, this is your minus. You remember this thing, na, everyone? So we'll do the same thing. You know the initial velocity is upward direction. So I'll take upward direction as a positive. So you can say initial velocity u is nothing but the 20 meter per second. When I'm going to take the acceleration due to gravity, so you know the acceleration is going to act toward a downside. So I have to take acceleration is a minus 10 meter per second squared. Right now? Yes, William. So what you can do, you can write this equation. V is equals to u plus 80. Okay, we have to find the final velocity. Initial velocity we already know. It's a 20 minus acceleration is a 10 and time is a 1 second. So you'll get 20 minus 10 is equals to 10 meter per second. So 10 meter per second toward upward now because it's coming to be positive. क्या आप लोगों को समझ में आया सभी को?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. एक और क्वेश्चन करते हैं ना. We'll do one more question. एक बिल्डिंग दिया है आपको. आपने ऐसा बिल्डिंग कहीं दिखा है क्या जीवन में? Have you seen such kind of building anywhere?
No, sir.
अच्छा. मैं ना बचपन में कार्टून दिखता था, ऑसवाल करके आता था, उसमें ऐसा बिल्डिंग होता था. ऑक्टोपस वाला था ऑसवाल. तो ना तभी से मेरे माइंड में है, तो तब से मैं ऐसे ही डायग्राम बनाता हूँ इसको. इट्स फाइन, देन मेक एनी डिफरेंस. दिस पर्सन इज ड्रॉपिंग अ स्टोन. ओके.
Yes.
इसमें तो हाइट का जरूरत भी पड़ेगा आपको. चलो दूसरे क्वेश्चन को थोड़ा सा वेरी करते हैं. सो आपको ये बताना है, ये जो स्टोन है इसको हम यहाँ से रिलीज करते हैं और ये ग्राउंड तक आने में 3 सेकंड लेता है. राइट. तो आपको बताना है ये ग्राउंड को किस वेलोसिटी से स्ट्राइक करेगा. क्वेश्चन इज क्लियर ना एवरीवन? वेरी सिंपल क्वेश्चन. गलती से दे दिया मैंने ना. जल्दी से बताओ कितना आंसर आएगा इसका. ओके, 30 मीटर पर सेकंड. गुड. लेट्स सी. या राइट, 30 आएगा. सिंपल है, स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड है ना. You have to apply the equation b is equals to u plus 80. You take downward as a positive this time. और जैसा मैंने पहले बताया था वैसा भी आप यूज कर सकते हो. राइट डिफरेंस. सो ये फाइनल वेलोसिटी निकालना है आपको. इनिशियल कितना है? 0 बिकॉज वी हैव जस्ट रिलीज. एंड व्हाट इज द एक्सेलरेशन? तो हमने डाउनवर्ड पॉजिटिव लिया. सो लेट्स से इट्स अ 10 एंड टाइम इज 3. सो विल गेट 30 मीटर पर सेकेंड. अच्छा देखो, एक ठीक है नंदनी आपका आंसर ना, नो प्रॉब्लम. आपने वो 9.8 लिया होगा उसको। तो यहाँ पे आपको एक
Yes.
चीज पता है ना, कोई बात नहीं, मैं आपको ना एक ट्रिक बता रहा हूँ कि आपको पता है हमको एग्जाम में वैसे ही फास्ट क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करना होता है। So whenever you have to solve the question in the exam, always take 10 g is equals to 10। अगर क्वेश्चन में आपको उन्होंने दिया है ना कि 9.8 भी लेना है, देन ऑल्सो यू टेक 10। ओके, एंड व्हाट यू डू आफ्टर गेटिंग द आंसर, ठीक है, जो भी आपका आंसर आ रहा है तो उसमें आप क्या करना, जो भी आंसर आपका है, सपोज करो आपका आंसर आया सपोज करो 40, ओके, बट इन ऑप्शन दे विल गिव यू 39 और 38 समथिंग लाइक दैट, ठीक है, इससे जस्ट नीचे। तो आप क्या करना, इसके जस्ट नीचे वाला मार्क कर देना, बिकॉज यू ऑलरेडी टेकन जी एज ए लिटिल हाइयर, सो आवर आंसर इज गोइंग टू बी लिटिल लेसर देन द 40। लॉजिक समझ में आया आपको फास्ट करने का?
Yes, sir.
तो आप इस तरीके का ना यूज कर सकते हो एग्जाम में ना, जैसे कि जब मैं प्रैक्टिस करता था तो मैं तो यही करता था जब जेई का प्रिपरेशन करता था, है ना। तो आप लोग भी चाहो तो ये तरीका यूज कर सकते हो, बिकॉज वी हैव टू डू लॉट ऑफ कैलकुलेशन इन द एग्जाम। ओके, नाउ वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस द second equation of motion। So we already figure out v is equals to u plus at, right? And v is a velocity at any time t, so I can say velocity is nothing but the dx by dt. Now I am going to write dx by dt in place of v, so I will write here dx by dt is equals to u plus at. Now I take dt to another side, so I'll get dx is equals to u plus at into dt। मैंने आपको रूल ऑफ इंटीग्रेशन बताया था कि हम दोनों को अलग अलग इंटीग्रेट कर सकते हैं, सो यू कैन राइट दिस वन एज एन इंटीग्रेट दिस साइड आल्सो ना, सो यू गेट u dt plus at dt, integrate and integrate to dx also। when you integrate dx initial to final, you will get delta x, means x final minus x initial। if you integrate this one 0 से t, you will get ut, and if you are going to integrate at, so you are going to get at square by 2। so this change in position now, generally we write this term by s equal to ut plus half at square। and here also remember this thing, these all quantities are vector quantity। क्या लगता है, समझ में आया आप लोगों को ये?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
गुड। अच्छा, यहाँ से ना कुछ चीजें मैं आपको समझाता हूँ ना, वैसे तो आपको फॉर्मूला समझ में आ ही गया। इसके बाद में आप एक चीज नोटिस करिए, रिमेंबर वन थिंग, इन दिस केस द इक्वेशन ऑफ पोजीशन वर्सेस टाइम इज अ क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन, राइट ना?
Yes, sir.
ओके, लेट्स सॉल्व सम क्वेश्चन ऑन दिस प्रॉब्लम। ओके, तो हम इजी वाले क्वेश्चन से स्टार्ट करते हैं। देयर इज a building, okay, and there is a one person who is standing here, and he is dropping a stone from a top, okay, he is releasing, actually releasing, ठीक है। ये जो स्टोन है ना, ग्राउंड को आके स्ट्राइक करता है आफ्टर 3 सेकंड, जैसे अभी कहता हूँ थोड़ी देर पहले द सेम क्वेश्चन, आफ्टर 3 सेकंड इट इज गोइंग टू स्ट्राइक द ग्राउंड। तो आपको ये पता करना है व्हाट इज द हाइट ऑफ बिल्डिंग, ठीक है, आपको ये बताना है। एंड यू कैन टेक द वैल्यू ऑफ g एज अ 10। Good or no? Right? Good, good, Vikrant. Everyone has to give the answer, ना? सभी को बताना पड़ेगा. Good, Nandini. Very good. Right. Make this habit ना कि आप है ना easy question से answer देना start करोगे ना. So when I'll give you the tough question, then also you are able to give the answer. Okay. So try to solve each and every time. इसको थोड़ा छत बना देते, नहीं तो ये बच्चा गिर जाएगा नीचे, है ना. हाँ, अब नहीं गिरेगा. राइट विजय. गुड. ओके सिलेक्शन. गुड. गुड ट्राई ना. ओके. शुड वी सॉल्व द क्वेश्चन नाउ? ओके. देखो, आपको पता है हम ये वाला इक्वेशन यूज करेंगे. वी आर गोइंग टू यूज दिस इक्वेशन. a is equal to ut plus half at square. So you know this equation, a is equal to ut plus half a t square. We know it is going to be released, means initial velocity is 0. Okay. And half acceleration is 10 and time is 3 square. So when you are going to solve this one, you get 45 meter. Okay. And downward direction I have taken as a positive. Clear everyone? Sri Lakshmi?
But we should take T as basis instead.
Yes, Sri Lakshmi, कहाँ पे गड़बड़ किया था? Which side you?
Only U is equals to 0, then T is equals to 3 seconds.
Yeah, u is equals to 0. No? If you multiply something with 0, it's going to be 0, right?
Okay, sir. I multiplied by 3, so I
Yeah,
got
yeah. Okay, got.
14.
Yeah, so whenever you multiply anything, you have to write it 0, no? With 0. Okay. Yes. Let's do one more question. So this is a building. Okay. And let's say it has a height of what I can take randomly. Let me give first this thing. Like a boy is throwing a particle upward with a speed of 10 meter per second and the height of building, let's say 100 meter. आपको बताना है मुझे, you have to tell me after how long particle will strike the ground. मतलब आपको कुल मिला के ये बताना है कि कितनी देर बाद ये पार्टिकल जो है ना ग्राउंड को हिट करेगा. ओके, सॉल्व करिए इसको. एंड द बॉय इज स्टैंडिंग हियर. You have to tell after how long the particle is going to strike the ground. सृष्टि, इस बार आप बताना सबसे पहले.
Yes, 1 minute.
Yeah, take your time, no problem. आया आंसर किसी का? आप जब इसका डायरेक्शन लोगे ना वो आपको सही लेना जरूरी है ना. लाइक व्हाट डायरेक्शन यू आर चूजिंग. गुड दिव्यांश. राइट, मेरे को पता है ये रूट में ही आएगा आंसर. इट विल नॉट कम स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड. राइट. ओके, लेट्स सॉल्व द क्वेश्चन ना. अब हम सॉल्व करते हैं. तो देखो, आपको डिस्प्लेसमेंट कितना दिया है. अगर इसको हम रेफरेंस मान ले तो ऊपर की तरफ हम पॉजिटिव मान लेते हैं एंड टुवर्ड द डाउन साइड विल अज्यूम इट एज ए नेगेटिव डायरेक्शन. So toward the downside, it's a negative. So I can say height is a -100. Acceleration is always like also toward downside. So it will be -10 and u will be +10. बंद कर दो गेट, बाहर से आवाज आ रहा है. राइट, तो यहाँ पे हम इक्वेशन लगाते हैं. सो यू विल राइट हियर इट इज a -100 is equals to u is a 10 into t minus 1/2 into 10 into t square. So it will be 5. So you will get 5t square minus 10t minus 100 is equals to 0. So you get t square minus 2t minus, we'll divide by 5 na, 20 is equals to 0. Now it is a quadratic equation. So you know how to find the root of the quadratic equation. Minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac. I will write just formula once. By 2a. You remember this formula, na everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So minus b is nothing but the minus minus plus 2 plus minus under root. V square means 4 minus minus plus 4 into 20 into 1 divide by 2. जगह खत्म हो गया. Okay, I will write with different color. Okay, so you get 2 plus minus. Here you will get 2 outside the root and inside the root is the 21 divided by 2. So 2 you take common, it will cancel out. You'll get 1 plus minus root 21. You know already like root 21 is lying between 4 and 5, right now? You can say root 21 is greater than 4 but less than 5. Am I right? Because you know the square of 5 is 25 and square of 4 is 16. So if you take this value is greater than 4, means if you take minus sign, then it will give you time as a negative quantity. और हमको पता है जीवन में कि कुछ भी हो सकता है कोई हमारे जीवन में, but we can't go into the past, right? So time cannot be negative. If time cannot be negative, so the only answer that you have to choose is 1 plus root 21. क्या आपको ये क्लियर हुआ कि मैंने नेगेटिव वाला साइन चूज क्यों नहीं किया? एवरीवन, किसी को डाउट हो तो बताओ उसमें मुझे. Because it's going to be happen in each and every question whenever you get the like such kind of question, and if you are getting the quadratic, you always have to decide whether time is going to be positive or negative, right? Like which time you have to choose. So time is always going to be positive, so we're going to choose the positive one. Is it clear or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
सर मैंने
Yes,
आंसर यही दिया
yes, Divyansh.
सर मैंने आंसर यही दिया था सर.
Ah, yeah, right, Divyansh. I have seen your answer. No, you have given the right answer, right?
Okay.
Yes. फिर Sri Lakshmi, have you
Sir.
understood? Yeah, Vijay.
Sorry, sir, but I have a small doubt. So I
Yeah,
didn't
please.
understand why height is minus, sir.
Okay,
The
okay. Why
acceleration
I've
is
taken the height
negative.
as a minus?
Yes, sir. The
Okay, okay,
acceleration due to gravity, yeah, that I understood, sir, and the initial velocity and also, but only the distance I couldn't
okay,
understand.
no problem. Vijay, na, I will explain. See, suppose this is your coordinate axis, okay? This is your x and this is your y, and this is my origin 0, 0.
Yes, sir.
Got it now?
Yes, sir.
If I'll go downside, means below this point, so
sir.
I'm going toward minus y axis, na?
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's why.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. 1 second. ये मीटिंग एंड कहाँ से आ गया? 1 second. मीटिंग तो क्लोज नहीं. 1 second. इस विजय आपको क्लियर हो गया ना?
जी सर.
Yes, sir.
ओके, क्योंकि ना हम ये यूज करते हैं हर बार ना, तो लाइक गुड इफ यू आर हैविंग डाउट ना, मुझे अच्छा लगता है व्हेनेवर यू आस्क डाउट ना, आई फील हैप्पी, लाइक एटलीस्ट यू आर ट्राइंग टू अंडरस्टैंड ना. इट्स अ गुड थिंग, लाइक you have to keep asking the doubt. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good. हम इसके ऊपर और क्वेश्चन करेंगे ना, विल डू लॉट ऑफ क्वेश्चन. इट्स नॉट द एंड, बट लेट ड्राइव द अनदर इक्वेशन ऑफ मोशन, then we'll do lot of questions on all three. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So you already know what is the acceleration. Acceleration is nothing but the dv by dt, right? ध्यान से देखना इसको ना, हम कुछ किसी अलग ही डायरेक्शन में इसको लेके जाएंगे. ओके, नाउ आई कैन राइट a is equals to dv by dt, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to multiply with dx and divide with dx. किसी को कोई प्रॉब्लम इसमें नहीं ना? अब क्या करो आप इसमें, you write dx by dx before dx by dt, तो dt को dx के नीचे लिख दिया, इसको इसके नीचे और इसको इसके नीचे लिख दो. So you can write dv by dx. And you already know the rate of change of position is called velocity. So I can say a is equals to v dv by dx. क्या पहले आपको ये क्लियर है क्या सभी को?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now see, this equation, na, whatever I have written this one, it is applicable for all kind of motion, ना. लेकिन अभी हम जो करने जा रहे हैं ना, ये वाला जो इक्वेशन हम निकालेंगे, this equation is only valid for uniformly accelerated motion. But this equation you can use anywhere, na. So let use this equation and find this equation. So let me write v dv by dx is equals to a, and we know a is going to be constant. Why? Because we are studying uniformly accelerated motion. In this motion, acceleration is going to be constant. That's why we have written acceleration is equals to constant. Now, v dv and take dx to another side. So you get a dx. Okay. Now we are going to integrate. Integrate u to v and 0 to s or x1 to x2, whatever way you like. So when you are going to differentiate v dv, you will get v square by 2, and limit is from u to v. And when you are going to differentiate a dx, you know a is a constant, so we'll take this thing outside. When a is not going to be constant, then it is going to be non-uniformly accelerated motion, and in that case we are going to separately integrate in each question. तो अभी तो हमारा यूनिफॉर्म है, so what will do, a into dx, so it is x only, right? And limit is 0 to s or s1 x1 to x2. So you'll get v square by 2, put the value v, minus u square by 2, this limit is equals to a into s, and you'll get v square minus u square is equals to 2a s, or you can say v square is equals to u square plus 2a s. Is it clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's solve some question on this one. आपको दिया हुआ है, this is a building again, okay, and the height of building, let's say again 100 meter, okay, and here is a person who thrown the stone upward with a speed u is equals to 10 meter per second. You know the value of g is 10 meter per second square. You have to find the velocity of strike, the velocity with which it going to be strike, ना. आपको पता है इसका पाथ कैसा होगा, it will go up, then it will turn and going to come and strike the ground. तो यहाँ पे जब ये आएगा इसका कुछ velocity होगा, वो आपको बताना है क्या होगा. Remember the sign convention, na? Don't forget the sign convention. Good or no? Okay. So let's solve the question now. We are going to use the equation v square is equals to u square plus 2s. You know the initial velocity is 10 meter per second and upward I have taken as a positive. So आपको जैसे मैंने बताया था यहाँ पे मैं क्या लूंगा positive. So the initial velocity is plus 10 meter per second. Acceleration is toward downside, acceleration due to gravity, because gravity always pull object toward it. So you can say the acceleration due to gravity is minus 10 meter per second square. And this is our reference point, this one. So if you go below this one, you will get minus. So the total height is a minus 100. Now we'll apply the equation v square is equals to u square plus 2a is. We have to find the v square. We already know the u square is nothing but the plus 10 square plus 2 into acceleration is minus 10 and the height of building is minus 100. So you'll get 100 plus 100 into 10,000 into 2, 2,000. Right now? So you'll get 2100 as a v square. So you'll get v is equals to root 2100. Or you can say 10 root 21. Right, Divyans?
Yes.
हाँ, आपने यही लिखा है. सबको समझ में आया कि ये वाला? These are the very basic question ना. These आज हमने जो questions किए ना, these all questions are based on the formula. है ना? हमने अभी तक इसमें कुछ हाई फाई कॉन्सेप्ट नहीं लगाया. Okay, remember this thing, everyone. अर्नब कोई डाउट आज की क्लास में आपको?
No, sir, no doubt.
नो डाउट. दिव्यांश आपको?
No, sir.
ओके. श्रीलक्ष्मी, do you have any doubt?
No, sir.
No, ना? Okay, good. Nandini? Nandini, do you have doubt in today's class? Anywhere?
No, sir.
ओके. सृष्टि आपको?
No, sir.
नहीं ना, ठीक है. विजय?
No, sir.
Okay, William, you also don't have na? Okay, good.
No.
Okay, good. So what you can do na, like I have shared one today, like today I have shared one Excel sheet na. Have you seen that Google file, Google sheet? देखा था क्या आप लोगों ने? मैंने शेयर किया ना. So like मैं एक बार आपको बता देता हूँ. Let me show you once. तो इसमें क्या, मैं ना सारी जो क्लास के जो आपके नोट्स है ना, और जो भी हमारी क्लासेस में हम कर रहे हैं एक्चुअली में, ठीक है, उन सब मतलब ये रिकॉर्डिंग जो है क्लासेस की, ये सब की सब मैं वहीं पे दे रहा हूँ आपको ना. तो आपको जब भी जरूरत पड़े ना कि रिकॉर्डिंग देखना है, कोई क्लास गलती से कभी मिस हो जाता है, ये कोई कॉन्सेप्ट है, वापस से उसको समझना है. 1 सेकंड. स्क्रीन दिख रहा है आप लोगों को मेरा? ये नहीं दिख रहा
Yes,
है.
sir.
एक सेकंड, मुझे नहीं दिख रहा है मेरा स्क्रीन.
Sir, it's visible.
हाँ, इट्स विजिबल ना. हाँ, तो देखो इसमें क्या है ना, आपको ना ज्यादा परेशान नहीं होना पड़ेगा सभी को. ये आपका है ना, जो भी वीक का रहेगा ना, मैं लगातार एक ही लिंक दूंगा आपको पूरे कंप्लीट चैप्टर के लिए. ओके, सो यू कैन गो थ्रू द सेम लिंक फॉर ईच एंड एवरी क्लास. लाइक जैसे कल आप ज्वाइन करोगे लाइक ऑन मंडे, तो आप इसी लिंक से ज्वाइन कर सकते हो. फॉर क्लास रिकॉर्डिंग आई विल एड ऑल द लिंक हियर. एंड दिस इज स्टडी मटेरियल ना. लाइक अगर आपको मॉड्यूल चाहिए या मॉड्यूल में कुछ क्वेश्चन से करना है या उसके सॉल्यूशन चाहिए, तो आपको यहाँ मिल जाएगा. ठीक है, वो कुछ ज्यादा इन्फॉर्मेशन के लिए मैंने यहाँ पे वेबसाइट का लिंक भी डाल के रखा है आपके लिए. ठीक है, और यहाँ पे मैं ना होमवर्क की लिंक अपडेट करता जाऊंगा मैं, जो भी आपको देना होगा मुझे. एंड द टेस्ट लिंक विल बी अपडेटेड हियर. तो आप है ना, जब तक 12th कंप्लीट करोगे ना आपका, तब तक का जितना भी रहेगा ना, सबका सब आपको इसी सीट में मिल जाएगा पूरा. ओके.
Yes, sir.
वन सेकंड. कहाँ गया? Okay, everyone, then we'll continue in the next class, na?
सर
Yes, Divyansh?
सर वो हम सब जो फोर्थ इक्वेशन में पढ़ेंगे सर वो कल
क्या चीज पढ़ेंगे?
सर जो फोर्थ इक्वेशन ऑफ मोशन थी जिसमें सर एक्सेलरेशन कांस्टेंट
हाँ
रहता है।
हाँ, वो पढ़ेंगे हम ना। वो देखो, मैं आपको बताता हूँ। एक्चुअली मैंने अभी वो बताया नहीं आपको, क्योंकि टाइम खत्म हो गया था ना,
यस
इसलिए।
सर सो
ठीक।
एसेंट वाली।
हाँ हाँ, बिल्कुल। देखो, मैं बताता हूँ आपको, मैंने आगे लिखा हुआ है इसको। आपको मेरा स्क्रीन दिखेगा ना? एक सेकंड। स्टॉप शेयरिंग। हाँ, आप इसमें देखोगे ना आगे, तो आगे है वो आपका, देखो। ठीक है दिव्यांश?
ओके सर सर इसे एक और चीज़ पूछनी थी।
हाँ, ये फोर्थ एंड फिफ्थ दोनों करवाऊंगा मैं आपको ना, लेकिन हम ये कल की क्लास में करेंगे अब।
यस सर एक और चीज़ पूछनी है सर मुझे
हाँ,
कि
बताओ।
वो ऐसे कि हमने जो वो हमारा टाइम ग्राफ था वेलोसिटी इनटू टाइम का सर जो इसमें सर हमारा जो टेंजेंट था सर वो इंस्टेंटेनियस एक्सेलरेशन का वो दे रहा था सर वो डायरेक्शन उसका स्लोप।
हाँ, ये एक्सेलरेशन का बोल रहे हो ना? अब तो वो v वर्सेस t होना चाहिए।
ये सर वो बी वर्सेस टी में सर जो हमारा वो स्लोप था
हाँ,
सर वो एक्सेलरेशन का था और सर उसकी टेंजेंट हमें वो दे रही थी इंस्टेंटेनियस एक्सेलरेशन डायरेक्शन।
बिल्कुल।
सर तो फिर जो सर वो एवरेज एक्सेलरेशन का सर क्या देगा।
एवरी एक्सेलरेशन गलती से लिख दिया था दिव्यांश,
सर
इसलिए मैंने
उसमें
उसको
उसकी
एक्सप्लेन
हम
किया था आपको।
डायरेक्शन बता सकते सर एवरेज एक्सेलरेशन की कहाँ पे डायरेक्शन होगी सर वो
अच्छा,
ग्राफ
एवरेज
की
एक्सेलरेशन डायरेक्शन
वेलोसिटी
कैसे
है।
होगी? बिल्कुल बिल्कुल। देखो, आपको जैसे कि मान लो, सपोज करो, मैं इसी को मान लेता हूँ ना। दिस इज योर वेलोसिटी वर्सेस टाइम, ओके? एंड दिस, बिटवीन दिस पॉइंट एंड दिस पॉइंट यू हैव टू फाइंड। So, like, this is your, say, final velocity, and this is your initial velocity. So direction is always adding these 2 points from initial to final. So this is a direction, right? And this will be the direction for average acceleration also. Okay, Divyansh?
ओके सर सर अगर
ये
इसका
हमेशा।
इस लाइन का स्लोप पॉजिटिव है तो सर इसका मतलब वो एवरेज एक्सेलरेशन पॉजिटिव है।
हाँ, अगर आपका इसका मान लो कहीं, जैसे कि मान लो आप इस पॉइंट पे स्लोप लेते हो, तो ये तो आपको देगा इंस्टेंटेनियस एक्सेलरेशन, ओके? बट ये वाला जो आप ले रहे हो ना, दिस विल गिव यू द एवरेज एक्सेलरेशन. So how it is? V final minus V initial by delta t. So it is nothing but the change in position upon total time. Right, Divyansh?
यस सर।
तो मैथमेटिकली हम इसको इस तरीके से करेंगे ना। तो आप ऐसे याद रख सकते हो इसको कि इंस्टेंटेनियस एक्सेलरेशन तो टेंजेंट देगा, और वहीं ये अगर हम इस तरीके से करते हैं तो ये आपको देगा एवरेज एक्सेलरेशन.
ओके सर गॉट इट सर थैंक यू सर।
ओके दिव्यांश. ओके, बाय, गुड नाइट.